waste of words, a waste of breath. Cause I've got nothing to say. Thoughts stay burned inside my chest. Can't take it one more day. No matter how much pain I'm in, no matter how, gotta think, I gotta breathe. Changes to come, cause the light's just around the corner. Life must go on. What won't kill me will make me stronger. When I'm falling down on my knees, I will rise and try to believe that changes will come. Cause the light's just around the corner. There's ways to go, ways to leave. Been thinking about them all. Cause life's too hard, life's too mean. I can't just help it all. No matter how much pain I'm in, I won't back down. Gotta think and give it. Changes will come. Cause the light's just around that corner. Life must go on. What won't kill me will make me stronger. When I'm falling down on my knees, I'm really trying to believe that changes will come. Cause the light's just around that corner. All of my friends say you better take care. Cause I'm in trouble if it's and you walk it down, I know I'm not better than Jesus. Now that you got me started, I just can't no more. Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you right now. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and all came you. But I realized I just can't quit you now that I love you. Yes, I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I love you, I love you, I love you. No matter all right. Well, good evening, everyone. It's your girl, Raining Woman, coming back to y'all. We got this topic we're going to dive into. Welcome back to all of my returning supporters, and welcome to all of my new supporters. Let me see here. I want to pull up. I'm going to go through the chat room in just a second. Um, for the sake of seeing if I can have this playing in my background. Let me see. Give me just a second, guys. All right. So far, hi. We have Nala says, we have Donna just being real. And we have Christine Williams. Pleasure to have you here. Run 314 gun content and more. Angel, Little Rock 2517. She, we here. Gold Professor and Tone Malone for now. And I want to thank you all for being here. While we talk about y'all, we're going to get into these scammers, scamsters this evening, okay? And I'm going to be talking in particular about one, which is the picture that you see in my avatar. This beautiful young lady, y'all, is her feet is on the fire right now. But let me tell you guys, she does not care. She is the epitome of unbothered, as most scammers are when they are being called out or being found out, they become unbothered. So, we're going to talk about scammers. We're going to talk about unhealthy relationships, why scammers even get to come into play most times. We're going to talk about them being enablers as well. We're going to talk about some of the victims. And I want to apologize if this triggers anyone, because if you have ever been scammed before in your life, if you have ever been taken advantage of by someone that you have trusted, someone that you looked up to, it can take some time to get over that. And sometimes you might, sometimes you can easily have a scab put off of a wound or a scratch that's not fully healed yet. So I want to go ahead and send my apologies right now if this is a trigger for anyone. And if you feel like this will trigger you and maybe cause you to down spiral or cause you any extra anxiety, do me a favor. Please do not listen to this any further. Go ahead and click off. Go ahead and find yourself a place of zen. Go sip you some tea, take a warm bath, a hot shower, go meditate, read a book, go do anything besides sit here and allow yourself to be unnecessarily triggered. This stream will remain up and you can come back here at another time. But especially if you do not have anyone that can support you right now through any extra angst or anxiety or depressive systems, please again go ahead and click off, because your mental health and your overall well being is definitely important to me. Okay. So I want to go ahead and give a clear definition of what a scammer is. Most of us know what a scammer is, but I want to give a clear definition. And I'm going to also give clear definitions of other things as well. But for now, we're going to start with a scammer and scamster, which I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. When I first heard scamster from Monty Woodgrain, actually. So, can you all hear me okay? Because I'm just a chatting away and I'm assuming that you can. Donna says, so many scammers in the world ripping people from their hard earned money. I really can't stand the ones that rip off the elderly or mentally challenged. That is facts. I agree. So, what is a scammer according to the dictionary? One who perpetuates a scam. A person who commits or participates in a fraudulent scheme or operation. Insurance slash credit card scammers are an example. The company will not call you to ask for your social security. The company will not call you to ask for your social security or account number, but nefarious scammers might. This information, everyone, also may not just be helpful for you, but also helpful for your younger people around you and helpful for your elders. As people get older, they become even more prone to falling victim to phone calls or people knocking on the door, strangers knocking on the door to sell them something or give them some kind of scare tactic about something not being paid, some kind of broken account. They just have all these things. So sometimes we have to look out for other people outside of ourselves, but we have to be equipped first with information in order to do so. So that scammer, um, someone who makes some money using illegal methods, especially by tricking people. A scammer might send you a check for any amount with little or no explanation, right? But there's something to it for them giving you this check. So it's not even like it's real money for you. The vocabulary.com says a person who swindles you by means of deception or fraud. Now, let's look into scamster, which is very, pretty much the same thing, but I just wanted to read the definition of scamster. So, scamster, a person who commits fraud or participates in dishonest schemes. Example, or used in the sentence, he wasn't aware that the email came from scamsters and fell for it. Scamster, one that scams. Okay, so y'all, let me make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So, y'all, let me say that no matter what I say tonight, it is not going to more than likely stop individuals from scamming. And I'm going to, besides the person that's on the screen, I'm probably going to mention a few other names, but they will just be examples as well. And the thing about scamming and being scammed is I think personally, everyone will be scammed or taken advantage of by someone that they trust or taken advantage of financially by someone that you just would not suspect at least once in your life. Scammers, scamsters, I will use those words interchangeably. Scammers are very tricky. They're very smart people. They're not dumb by any chance of no. They're not dumb. They are pretty smart. They may not be like really book smart, but they are definitely scheme smart. And they have most of the times they have a history of scamming in one form or another. They have a history of manipulation, many times from even being a child. You can find if you talk to people that were around them, they will say like they were spoiled, or they seem to have a certain way about them that people kind of threw up some flags for people. They're usually, they could be somebody on your job. It could be a supervisor. It could be someone in your own circle that you don't know until you find out, that they've hurt someone in this way, or you yourself become a victim of them.
Um, so scammers are very, very good at manipulation. Very good. They're very good also usually at picking out their victims. It's very, very rare that someone become a victim just randomly. Just no, they usually are very, very strategic in their scams, even when they are scamming strangers. Okay, they have a pattern about them. They are very good again in manipulation. So, scammers also, like I say, they're not going to just go away. And it's an unfortunate thing. One of the reasons scammers don't usually just go away is because scammers will always have enablers. Always. It could be a parent, it could be a whole family, it could be a spouse, a child, it could be friends, it could be people that look up to them, but enablers get in the way of scammers being held accountable because a lot of times the enablers will begin to take on the fight and battle for the scammers because they have grown so attached to them or they feel a connection to them, even if the connection is one sided. So, speaking of one sided connections, I want to talk about parasocial relationships. Again, I'm going to go over to the dictionary and I'm going to read about parasocial. So, and this to me is very key in being mentioned and talked about because this is a factor, especially online. This is a factor of why people go windmilling for scammers and why they have such a huge host of enablers, especially when they have an online presence or a strong influential presence in the world. Okay, so parasocial. The meaning of parasocial is a buzz is in the Urban Dictionary. It's a buzzword being used to refer to creators and influencers forming or encouraging unhealthy relationships with their fans. Again, it's a buzzword used to refer to creators and influencers forming or encouraging unhealthy relationships with their fans. Parasocial relationships are one sided relationships where one person extends emotional, energy, interest, and time, and the other party or persona shares none. They are usually completely unaware of the other's existence. Parasocial relationships are most common with celebrities, organizations such as sports teams, or television stars. They expand the social network in a way that negates the chance of a rejection and empowers individuals to model and identify with individuals of their choosing who naturally elicit an empathic response. For some, the one-sided nature of the relationship is a relief from strained complementary relationships in their real life. Y'all, I'm not going to read any further from that, but can you kind of see if, especially, hi, Mother Earth, can you kind of see how you have maybe witnessed some of this online, especially in the YouTube space? Especially in like Facebook and Instagram. Like, honestly, I think social media at this point plays a huge role in the ability of scammers to arise, much like narcissists and sociopaths. Peace, Darren, much like narcissists and sociopaths. Like, it's just a whole big brewing pot at this point. So, in my opinion, a lot of time what happens is people get so used to seeing people's names or get used to seeing interact with people in a social setting online even, and they feel attached, especially to people that they feel like have is in a position that they would like to be in. It kind of starts there from admiring, being an admirer of someone and living vicariously through someone, right? Kind of envying even someone else's life. And so, since you can't really have their life or you really admire how they're living and you really have a desire for it, you kind of begin to take on aspects of this person's life as if it belongs to you. And in a sense, you feel you have some sort of obligation as if you really know them or as if they know you, when in reality, it is further from the truth. What's going on, Big Duke? Hey. And so there you have it, right? So this young lady that I'm going to talk about tonight, her name is Mary Jane, currently. When I started following her on YouTube around early 2017, she was going by Mary Jane Byarm. She's a young woman. She's a beautiful, as you can look at the picture, she's a beautiful young woman who at the time was living in China. She started traveling the world. I found a lot of her content very interesting. I love the way she edits her videos. I love a lot of the scenery that she shows. And it definitely was inspiring and fun to watch someone that was young, someone melanated, living seemingly their best life out here in this world, kind of taking life by the horns and maneuvering the way they wanted to, going to other places and I mean just different countries on her own, seeing different things at such a young age, right? So of course I'm not the only one following her. She has a huge following. Along with that, she gives a lot of great tips about hair care, skin care. I mean, look at her. Again, one thing I will not do is I will not take away anything positive. I won't take away anything positive or just in order to talk about or address the negative things that's going on. I will not do that at all. So she's a beautiful young lady. And so she shared a lot of stories, but there were times that she would say something in one video, and if you watched more of her videos, of especially if you went like many of us have done that follow her, went binge watch some of her videos, you would see that there were many contradictions. Okay, and some flat out lying. But because she is an attractive young lady and because she was showing us different things of the world and sharing different experiences, even at a very, I would say, even at a very, not the most educated way, right? Like it wasn't the most intellectual descriptions, but it was detailed enough and it was interesting enough, especially with the way that she presented the video and the content, right? So you would catch her in these lies, and you might think, oh well, well it's just YouTube, or shoot, well that's just that's just one small little lie. Look, y'all, that's just one small little lie. One small little lie never hurt nobody. or, or maybe she has her reason, whatever. Or what does they have to do with what does they have to do with her talking about, giving us these beautiful hair tips? Or what does it have to do with her skin, or the content? Nothing really. So don't even know why that lie had to come up or whatever. So whatever. Then, go a little bit further, you might, you hear another lie. Or another contradiction. You're like, well, I don't know why she saw the need or where that came from. That just seemed to go. But once again, y'all look, you just like, well, it ain't that serious. I mean, it ain't like she asking anybody for any money or anything, or what harm is it really? I mean, it's just a video. It's just a video. Whatever, if that's what how she want to live her life, who am I? I'm going to watch this 5, 15, 20-minute video. I'm going about my business, going about my life, and that's going to be that for that. But then, for me, y'all, she, she, she started getting into storytelling, like telling, whole stories. So, she came once like, I want to share more about my life. She would do Q&A. So some of the lines would come in during her Q&A sessions, right? But it's the first Q&A, so you don't know she lying because you don't know her, right? You don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know her. So, you just she answering the questions people are asking her from emails, whatever, and you're like, oh, okay, hey, P Chef Disaster, good to see you. And so you're like, okay, hey, whatever. So then after the Q&A, a month or two passed by, she in a whole nother country, showing you these beautiful pictures and videos and how she's taking on a whole new venture and things like that. And she's also a little sarcastic. Now, y'all, I'm going to tell you, if you don't know anything, I'm a little petty sometimes, and I can dig sarcasm. I'm sarcastic myself. I love sarcasm. I really do. So when she gets sarcastic with somebody, I never think anything of really. I mean, again, I don't know her, and it's to me, it ain't at me. It ain't really real. I mean, it's just a video, whatever. Well, well. During her storytelling, it would be like she would forget what the answers that she gave during her Q&A. So it's like a month or two later after a Q&A, and in one Q&A you said one thing, and another, during a story, a whole story time, we're getting a whole different situation. Okay, so one thing being, y'all, for whatever reason, she felt the need to lie about her eye color. The girl had been wearing contact lenses, colored contact lenses, and they looked really, really good on her. They were very complimentary on her. But they wasn't always, her eyes were like not always that color, and then she never said that she had her eyes just really changed colors. So she was like, no, someone asked about her hair, her eye color, her natural eye color, and she was like, y'all, she was wearing like green and brown contact lenses, and she was like, this is my natural eyes. These are my natural eyes. Insert side eye here. Then it finally, like months, years later, she's like confessed to wearing contact lenses. Many of us already kind of felt like they were contact lenses. Again, don't know why you felt the need to lie about having, different colored eyes. But whatever. That was just one. But y'all, the thing that really took me out with her, and I kind of, at this point, like I started not following her as closely, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I will not lie. Oh, this didn't do? Hold on a second. Uh, So one thing I would do though, y'all, is I would still go back to her videos periodically because she gave some really good hair tips and she gave some good skincare tips, right? So I learned some things from this young woman. No shade at all, right? So, but she had lied also about her eyelashes. And again, y'all, don't know why she felt the need to lie about eyelashes. So of course, she has a huge following and she has several sponsorships. So she would say, well, I do this and I do that, and it's been sponsored by this, and you just click on my link and you can get 20% off, whatever. Use my code. Of course, people are using her code because they're looking at her like, wow, they're wild about her. Especially younger girls, because she's in her early 20s. So other young ladies like, wow, I want to be like her when I grow up. So yeah, mama, can I get this? She done lied about eyelashes. Eyelashes. Everybody know almost every woman walking around here wear fake eyelashes or mascara. Everybody. Why she told a whole lie about the product that she was using. So once again, months later, after she done had people buying this product, y'all, why she come on? She had some real long eyelashes at this point. I mean, they were really long and really full. She said, well, I just want to share with y'all. Yes, now it says eyelashes, baby. She said, well, I just want to share with y'all that for the last, few months that I've been wearing eyelashes from my friend. My friend makes eyelashes. And you can click the link and go get eyelashes from her. So people were like, eyelashes? I've been putting stuff on my eyes. Wonder why I cut my eyelashes are not growing. And the reason why my eyelashes are not growing is because they ain't even growing your eyelashes. You over here wearing whole falsies. That part. That part. Okay. So that was one. But so these are not these to me, y'all, these are very unnecessary lies. I mean, they were very, very unnecessary. But the one that took me out, the lie that took me out, the lie that just really, really just had me like, really, sis? Like, really? She had been saying that she was a virgin. Now, I'm all for young ladies being virgins. I'm all for men being virgins. I'm all for it. Like, okay, you over here doing your travel thing. You say you read your Bible and stuff. You're not really worried about this kind of thing right now. Y'all, for some reason, her subscribers or her views have started going down. Not much, but she noticed. She noticed. She came out with a whole story time talking about I had an abortion. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. You was over here, people, once again, young girls, inspired, like, oh, wow, she's out here. She's not really hardly even showing herself. She's traveling. She's not worried about boys right now. She's going to school and and she a virgin. So, and me being an older lady, I'm like, shoot, I want to hear more, young ladies, do this, so that can be inspiring her to, y'all, she came out with this whole story about her having an abortion before she moved to China. Now, she was supposed to make a two-part video. It was so dramatic. It was so, y'all, this story was so dramatic. How she found out she was pregnant, had an abortion, came home, almost died, had to tell her mama. Her brothers found her lying in the bathroom about to bleed out. Peace, peace, sir. Donald Bill. Good to see you. Oh Lord. What what has the cat drug again? Hi, Sinister Cyborg and Monica, Mama Max. Hi, SMD in the building. So at first I was like, her telling her story might encourage somebody else to not feel so bad about their life, Um, she's overcoming it and everything. But then she was like, the story drug out to she um she got pregnant by a guy that she was really, really into. He wasn't really into her, but she was really into him, and she low key stalked him. And when he convinced her to get out of her panties, then she did it. Then she thought they were a whole couple. He was like, no, not really. So now she's stalking this man low key, different places, trying to make him. And you, and you, and you're gonna love me. Don't judge my singing. Do not come for me in my singing. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the stream. Have a coconut smile. Enjoy the stream. Hi, brother Rob. So I'm like, well, yeah, well, that's not cool. So you ended up going to China after having an abortion, almost bleeding out in a bathroom. Your mama wanted you to have it. You say you're not going to have it. You're going to go ahead and go to China. Your mama tried to stop from going to China. But then in a whole nother video, not part two, because she never did part two. Part two never came. I was really waiting for part two. I'm like, part two, she gonna clean it up. Part two is gonna get better. Because part one was so dramatic. Part one was so kind of so far out there that I say part two is gonna make it make sense. Part two, she gonna tie it all in together. She gonna tie it all in together. Part one, she also got really emotional. She's crying and sobbing and weepy eye and all that stuff, whatever. So okay, two parts. Okay, second part, she gonna clean it up. It's gonna probably be a little shorter, but it's gonna tie in and it's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense. So part two never came. But she did another video, another story time. I guess she was bored in a hotel. Another story time where she was like, well, so my mom was telling me to go to China. Now, in the first story time, y'all, mother did not want her to go to China. Again, why are you lying unnecessarily? We don't know you. We do not know you. Mary Jane by arm. We don't know you. We don't know you. We don't know your mama. We don't know you. We really don't care if your mom wanted you to go to China or not. We was going along with you being in China. How you got there, who supported you really was irrelevant. So I can't understand the unnecessary lies, y'all. The unnecessary. It was the unnecessary lies for me. Like, okay, now I let you make it with the context. I let you make it with the eyelash. I let you make it. But you came with these other really like dramatic, are you writing a play? What are we doing here, Mary Jane? Mary Jane, what are we doing? What are we doing, sis? Why? What we doing? So now your mama, who who did want you to go at first, now in this story, she wanted you to go. Okay, whatever. Whatever, Mary Jane. It's whatever. Show me again how we gonna do these edges. How we gonna slay these edges? What we gonna do with this hair? What we gonna do with? Let's just get back to that. Where we going next, Mary Jane? What country we going? What city we going to next? Just let's just do that. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Right? No problem. No worries. Again, I'm not really tripping because it's not. She's. You know, she ain't my sister. Right? I don't know her. Right? So I'm not really invested, right? I'm not really invested. But then in my opinion, things began to change dramatically, y'all, when COVID hit. Stuff began to, in my opinion, from what I observed, things changed when COVID hit. COVID hit, we had a whole pandemic. She couldn't get that, she couldn't get that passport stamped like she was getting it stamped. Sis came up with a plan. You know what I'm saying? Because she was, you know, the whole content was really about her travel. So she came up with a plan. How she was going to sell travel packages. Again, now if you've been scammed before, and if it's still kind of fresh to you, um, and you're triggered, please stop. Don't listen. Don't listen. Okay, click off and go take a bubble bath. Read a book. Grab some tea. Anything like that. So since I'm gonna start selling travel packages, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm an entrepreneur, right? I have an entrepreneur spirit. So I'm like, okay, girl, go ahead. Like we've been watching you travel. You're gonna have meetups. She was like, I'm gonna have some meetups. And yeah, you come hang out with your girl. And of course, y'all, this is the era. This is the era where people look up to who they see online. They feel, let's go back to parasocial relationships. Hey, health, weight, and growth. Good to see you. So people feel like they have adopted Mary Jane. They have adopted her. They have made her the big sis they never had, the big sis they always wanted, right? So she's like, oh, and you can come meet me and, stay starstruck. So, of course, well, yeah, sign me up. I want to go meet Mary Jane. So I was only following her on YouTube. I was following her on Instagram, but I'm not really on Instagram, so I mostly see her on YouTube. But so she would have like share this, and hit the link on Facebook or whatever. Come do this on Instagram, win the opportunity to come see me, hang out with me, whatever. So out of all the advertising that she was doing, really only one video came out where she met with like one or two people, and only one was in the video, and it looked okay. It looked okay, but it didn't look like they were having a blast. And from the images that she puts out there, you would think that you're just going to have a blast. And Mary Jane, was getting all of the video and airtime more than anything. So she it's like it was like, okay, the girl is here. You see her? Now you don't. Look at me. Just come back and look at me. Health, weight, and growth. Remember when I did I think it's been like 2 years though since I did a stream talking about scammers, right? It's been about 2 years, I think. So yeah, we have another one in the loop, girl. Another one. So whatever, not thinking much of that. Whatever. But then she upgraded again, like I say, to these travel packages. All these people, they have wanted to travel before, females, they have wanted to travel before, and wanted somebody, now they want somebody they can travel with. And here she is, she's all over, different countries. She got travel goals. She cool and she pretty and she nice like we know her. Again, we don't know her, but in a parasocial relationship, you feel like you know someone, even though they never even spoke to you, even though they don't know you. They have nothing invested in this. No, no, you're the only one invested. So what had happened was, y'all, what had happened was she had said that she had gone on these trips and she was showing us pictures and stuff and videos and all these different places. And somebody was supposed to be there with her, and a couple of times it was. They got very little video time. And as it turned out, y'all, she was leaving people stranded. She was selling travel packages. Mind you, not from a website, not a contract involved. See, these are young people, young, gullible people. No contract involved, not a website. You receiving money for travel packages through Cash App and Zelle. Cash App and Zelle. She charging upwards of 2,000 per head to go with her to Dubai, Egypt. She have all these different events planned, right? People were paying for trips and she was not getting back with them. People, young ladies were sending her thousands of dollars off the back. Yes, Mama Max, yes. Um, and she would not get back with them. Somebody would change their mind. I'm gonna play some videos, y'all. Somebody would change their mind and she'd be like, well, why you change your mind? Because I already bought the tickets and now I can't give back to you. Oh, I forgot. Mind you, she was already claiming to be a millionaire. I don't know how I almost forgot that. She was claiming to be a whole millionaire. I'm a whole millionaire. But even though I'm a millionaire, even though I'm a millionaire, I cannot refund you any of your money. You change your mind, I cannot refund you because even though I'm a whole millionaire, I'm gonna need that. Basically, is what she was saying. So let me go here. Let me see. Y'all give me a second. First, mm-mm-mm. Y'all, we're going to be here for a minute as well. So please go. If you need to go to the ladies' room, the men's room, go do that. Go do that. Go grab something to drink. I'm going to try to find some of the smaller ones. And I'm glad that other YouTubers are talking about her. Y'all, we're trying to really just keep the algorithm going. She's trying to separate herself all the way from her name, you know, um, and the hashtags, but we're not going to just let it be. And again, not that we can really, really stop her, but to just raise awareness. And some people are going to still give her money. Some people are still going to fall into the scams with her. So we can't save everybody. Once again, it's just raising awareness and helping you listeners to things to look out for, not just with her, but others out there as well. So help you to be a little bit more wiser. Let me see here. Her name is Mary Jane by Arm. Mary Jane by Arm. We're surviving Mary Jane. That's the hashtag. Our hashtag that we're using, guys, is surviving Mary Jane. Let's see here. Which one I want to start off with? Yeah, there are young ladies that were literally on here crying because of what she's done to them. I'm gonna play this young lady first. Hold on a second. Bless her heart. She just really looked up to Mary Jane. Let me share my screen. And I'm gonna have to take off my headset. Hold on, take off my headset. Thank you, Dr. Sax Love. I'm gonna turn you down, mute you, and we're gonna do this. No, that's the scammer. So obviously, this video is about Mary Jane Arm and my experience with her. So you guys may have heard of her. She's a YouTuber, Instagrammer. So back in October, you got information that she was hosting a trip to Dubai for $2,500.
I was super excited because we met a fan, because I myself am traveling too. So I was trying to book the package on her link at the time, but for whatever reason it wasn't going through. So cool, I got a hold of her and she told me I could send it through Cash App. So I cashed out her $2,500. Never asked me for my passport
Oh,
or what was my full name or anything. The only thing she asked
this is
me
for fair use and commentary.
which state I
Fair
was
use and commentary.
alright. So after a month or so, I saw that she wasn't um, making any movement towards booking anything. But either way, I reached out to her December, and I told her that I was going through some family issues. Honestly, I was going through a really rough time, so I told her I was going to be able to go on February, which was when I was supposed to go. She made up this whole story saying like I have already booked everything. Um, so now I have to. She was very nasty. Like I was never rude to her, but she was so nasty. And I'm gonna put up all of this evidence I'm talking to you guys about. I'm going to put it there in the video. You can fast forward through it and read through those if you want. So she was super nasty since the beginning. I told her I would never want to argue with you because all I want is my money back. And honestly, she was somebody I looked up to. Um, so yeah, she never paid me back the full amount. Mind you, this happened November, December, right? I reached out to her again the end of January, and she said she would refund me this round of the moment. So I reached out to her at the end of January, hey, are you going to give me my $2,500? She said, sure. I'm going to make 5 payments through Cash App. Every day I'm going to send you $500 until I reach the fifth payment. All right. She paid me 4 times. She made 4 payments of $500, which is $2,000, right? It didn't happen in 4 days, like she said. It took weeks of me begging to get to that point. Then she only had $500 left. She never paid it back, you guys. And I honestly don't think she ever intended to pay me back since the beginning because of how rude she was being and the lies she was making up. I've been to 12 countries. So I know there was no possible way that she had booked all of this and then suddenly canceled it because I'm not stupid. I know how booking a ticket works. The point is that she never paid me my $500 back. She blocked me on her phone. I reached out to her with the numbers. Hey, this is Ashley Maria. Remember, you still owe me $500 and never paid me back. Then, yeah, I made a comment on another video that is out about her, sharing my experience that, yeah, she never paid me back either. There were actually a few people in the comments that had the same issue with her. So I believe, so back to what I was saying, I believe that this might happen to other people because when I made the comment that this also happened to me, a lot of people were saying like, yeah, like, I had this and that experience with her, you made a video about it. So here I am. Someone even replied to me, wait a minute, you paid for her trip or did she have a travel package? That's very interesting because she says she only gets money to travel through social media ads and sponsorships. That is not true, obviously, because she said it was fine that since it wasn't going through her link to purchase the travel package, to to purchase it through Cash App, the Cash App program. So yeah, she she is not a person that she fakes to be on social media. That is not her. I know she says she's very Christian and all of these things, but that is not very Christian to me. Stealing money and blocking me because she thinks that suddenly the problem will go away. No, like people work hard for their money, and you shouldn't be using your platform to steal from people and scam people. So, on that note, I'm going to end this video and just please do not fall for it. Do not try to purchase any travel packages or just don't do it because you might get scammed. And I think this is how she makes a living. I honestly think that is how part of how she is able to travel. It's just a new way of saving people's money. I never got my money back. It is now April 20th, and I never got my $500 back. And considering how difficult it was to get her to pay me back $2,000, she never really intended to pay me back like she said she would. So, um, yeah, I don't think we should be supporting her. We should not be supporting people like this because that is just very cruel. But anyway, it is what it is.
I can't stand to go, Professor. Okay.
Here you can see where I sent 2.5K and received 2K. Up there it says 5 payments because it includes the money I sent to her, which was 2,500.
Hey, Shanko.
But I only sent 2K. So if you know anything about Cash App, it does that. But yeah, that basically proves I only received 2K. Here's the screenshots of our conversation. And you guys can check that out, pause it, read through it, really believe it, because I would hate for anybody else to do this.
Okay, so check this out. Hold on a second.
You can go already over, someone pushing me over so that I would fall into the river and die.
Hold on, y'all. So that was one young lady, right? Now, let me see here. Let me stop my screen share. So that is just one young lady. Y'all, her people were first of all afraid. Oh, wait, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Probably not. So we need to. Okay, so y'all, that was just one young lady. People were really afraid to come out and speak against her because they knew that she had a large following and they didn't want to be attacked or they didn't want to be accused of lying or trying to sabotage her and they didn't want to get bullied by her large following. But when one person came out, then that just paved the way for others to go ahead and say, wait a minute, it happened to me too. Since this one young lady has come out, y'all, we're now at 20 females coming out, speaking on, and with receipts. They are showing how they paid for hotels and stuff like that. That was supposed to be included in the travel packages. They're showing receipts of how she talked bad to them, how she was not going to give back any money, how they have paid literally to leave a whole nother country to get back to the United States because she was so unorganized and she treated them like they were peasants. She said that she had planned events, but every time it was time for the event to happen, she would come around and say, but there's been a change of plans. Well, I've got to go skydiving. I have my skydiving lessons. Or I'm not feeling well. Well, and then instead of them still being able to go, she would make up a reason why they couldn't go because basically she didn't have anything planned. These packages were supposed to have room, board, and food and events. A lot of people she was bumming off of a lot of people. Once they got around her, she would make up a reason why she couldn't pay for her own room or she couldn't pay for food. She couldn't pay for the event they were supposed to be going to. She lied about having a private yacht party, renting out a yacht just for her group. Come to find, and she's, it's not funny, but the lies are funny. She was she said that she paid $4,000 minimum for a private yacht party. Go to Professor. Come to find out that the yacht for that day was only $40 a head. $40 is a far cry from 4,000 for a couple of hours. $40, 4,000. Then it was not just them. It was a lot of other people getting on the yacht because it was not a private party. Y'all. See, now here's the thing, y'all. Like, there's so many things when I say here's the thing, but she knew who to do this with, though, right? It couldn't have been me. Y'all, she was having whole attitudes with people. She was locking people out of their own rooms. She was throwing keys at people. She was a whole mess. It couldn't have been Rain and Woman because, see, y'all, I'm going to tell you, y'all, no. I'm right here with you. Rain and Woman might be in jail in Dubai. See, Rain, if you playing with me like that, no, Rain and Woman might be in jail all the way in Dubai. Cause I just can't. So hold on. I'm going to let me share somebody else. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I want to try to pull up some of these receipts. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me play a song while I come back and see if I can't put some receipts on the screen and what I gotta do to do that. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Let's try this one.
Sorry to tell you, I know my body. I'm going cool. But don't waste my energy, my energy. I got my shoulder wasting on my energy. Keep it tight, don't let nobody get close to me. My heart is right, don't question my integrity. No, I thought we were just fine. I thought you was like my melody fine. Going shots, burning fire. My blessing, and I'm looking for sense. What's wrong, we all be for me. Yeah, I'ma go through, just to grow through. You know what you want me for, me, but you can say my name, true, true. Tell me I'm right now. What did you take so long? Sorry to tell you, I know my body. I'm gonna cool. My loyalty, I let you in like that because I couldn't see. I was lit, you never been true to me. My intuition never let I had to be. I knew this was good.
I'm gonna email some images to myself.
But my blessing, but only for the persons. What's wrong, we won't be for me. Yeah, I go through, just to grow through. Then what you only for me, but you can say my name, Joe. Joe, tell me my body right now.
Oh, they're too small. Shucks.
Sorry to tell you, I know my body.
Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna play another song. Let me see what I can do here. This might be fitting. Let's see here. Dang, let me see. Where is it at? Okay, here we go. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay, let me let these come through. Thank you all for the cash apps. Okay, good night, Angel. Okay, yes, this is going to work out perfectly. I don't like any of this. Hold on, let's try something else. No, no,
You never feel the way I feel. You don't know if my love is real. Baby, listen to me, here's the deal. When you're not here, I'm not the same. I'm reading like a chapter, babe. Been stuck here in the day. I've been staring at the telephone. When you're gone, I'm in the place. Let it go. There's no need to bring it up. I never wanna give you up. I know you've been way too much, but I'm confident we'll make it through. Here for you, and I myself. There's no need to bring it up. Nothing you say makes it better. Break it all, tear it apart. It's just nothing I feel. Nothing you say makes it better. Give me the real time, no cap, no lie. Tomorrow, break that to me, baby. No, I want more.
So let me see. My goodness. Just to read this all over again is just like crazy. Good, Professor. Okay, I'm not liking the way some of these images are pulling up or showing up. So let me see here. I don't like the way some of the images are showing up, guys, because when I try to enlarge them, it's showing me more of the comment section than what it is the receipts of people sharing their text messages between Mary Jane and themselves. Um, so what I'm going to do instead, y'all, I'm going to share some links rather than play all of the videos because it's a lot. Like I said, up to date right now, y'all, we're upwards of 20 people that are coming out mentioning how they've been scammed. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Gold Professor. And thank you, Nala Says, for your cash apps and your support. I really appreciate it. So, but let me, guys, I'm going to show y'all how Mary Jane is doing right now. Do y'all want to see how Mary Jane is doing? Oh my, you know what? Hold on. Let me see. Let me ask this question in the chat room. Let me see. I'm gonna show you guys how Mary Jane is actually doing right now, y'all. This is a hot mess. When I tell you, but what I'm about to show you didn't really surprise me. Let me say that. It did not really surprise me at all. So I cannot. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Again, let me share my screen.
Every season of our life is part of the whole, and it should be embraced. Yes, even the painful seasons. The more we resist, the more it's going to hurt, and the longer it's going to take. Stuff. I was just thinking about this. One of the first things they tell every victim is now take slow, deep breaths. Relax. What do they tell women when she's in labor? Now breathe. Relax. You know why? Because the more you fight against any kind of emotional pain, physical pain, whatever it is, the more it hurts. And I know some people are like, well, surely, what's going on in my life is demonic, and surely you cannot expect me to embrace that. I'm not telling you that you have to love the thing, but we do need to learn the secret that God has a purpose in everything He permits in our lives. And even though we may never understand it, we can trust God that His word is true, and He always, here comes another secret, always works everything out for our good to those who love Him and want His will. Always tenacity. And says, I'm not going to just whine about problems the rest of my life. I'm not going to spend all of my now life resenting what somebody did to me way back here. I'm going to put that in God's hands. I'm going to get all of what God has for me. I'm going to get well, and I'm going to love every moment of my life. I think one of the hardest but most admirable things a person can be in this life is non circumstantial, meaning you don't act or you don't feel based on your circumstances. When things are good, you're happy. When things are bad, you're sad. When things are confusing, you're frustrated. When things are painful, you're upset. I don't want to live that way. I've been practicing choosing how I feel and embracing every aspect of my life. To just live is such a difficult thing. To just breathe and be and appreciate life. Which is why I chose to go to the park and just live, just listen, just look, just relax, and just be. Not be responsive. Not everything deserves a response, but to just embrace literally everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold let me- Okay, Mr. Dunbar, you are late. Leave me alone. So you are late coming in on the conversation. She is a scammer. And war, I hate to say it, but I'm calling her out for being a scammer. God, Professor, leave me alone. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. The mic is sensitive. It's sensitive. But do y'all see what she just did here? Basically, what she just did, y'all, was she is now playing victim. Like she's the one out here that's stressed. Y'all, I just told you guys there are at least 20 people 20 people that are out of thousands. That is at least at to date at this time. Now, this is current. This is now from times past because it's now coming out that she had been scamming before these travel packages. She had been scamming before these travel packages. But with these current travel packages, she beat people out of a minimum of $20,000. And while her name is being hung out to dry with hashtags, because now also even there's an even bigger YouTuber that has now got a hold of the story that was once following her. And honey, she kind of dragging Miss Mary Jane by all her long by she dragging Mary Jane by her edges, her beautiful edges, because she does have some beautiful edges, and she is dragging Mary Jane by her hairline. Yes, DC. Yes, she was doing it for smaller amounts and she done built her way up to the thousands. So while people are coming out, there are young ladies in tears. One young lady had to get her husband to help get her back. Um, she left her kids, her mama, and everything to come go on this trip during the holidays. So it is a lot. So while her name is being hashtagged, she done dropped her last name from her account, trying to separate herself from the hashtag. But it's not going to happen. Y'all, she has gone through and deleted thousands of comments, and she has gone through and blocked people. I'm one of the ones that she blocked. Y'all, she deleted my comments and she blocked me, because I was like, so you're just gonna be out here acting like you don't have a care in the world for the most part. Like, this is very confirming. But her comment section normally has, y'all, I'm talking thousands, not hundreds, thousands of comments. She has gone through, instead of addressing the situation at hand, instead of saying anything. Now, I told y'all, she is a great storyteller. Y'all seen the video? You see how telling the video is? She could have came on and said, I don't really want to go into it, but uh, too much. But as you guys can see, I'm sure you guys have noticed that there are some allegations against me, some of my travel packages. Some things are being addressed, and for now, so I'll be doing this, yada, yada, yada. She said nothing. What she did was she got over here, did a video after hyping it up a little bit, building up the anticipation around it on her Instagram. Well, people are like, oh, she gonna say something. She gonna give us a story. She gonna tell her side. Nope, nope, nope. Sis said, I'm gonna build y'all up to come and watch me, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play victim, and I'm gonna tell y'all to low key kiss my butt. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to still be out here living my best life. It's hard. It's hard for a traveling scammer to live, y'all. It's a struggle. So I'm not going to let you put me through it. I'm just going to be out here doing my videos, listen to my blame God. I'm going to put God in here. And y'all know, if you've been over here for a while, how much I have faith in God. Like, how much I talk about God. So here you go. You're going to come over here and you're going to put God in your mess? And I can't stand when people do that. I can't stand when people do that. But yeah, so she's going to put, hey, Jack Spade, she's going to put God all in the mess. You're going to come on. As soon as I saw her lying in the bed, I didn't want to give her my view, but of course I had to give her my view because I'm pulled in. I'm pulled in, y'all. I'm pulled in. I'm pulled in. Not invested, but I am pulled in. So I had to give her my view so I could watch the whole down thing. But as soon as I seen her lying in the bed, batting those long eyelashes, the falsies that she once came was hers, the falsies, looking like she wanted to cry in the bed playing Joyce Meyer. I said, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. You couldn't have proved any. You listen, I'm convinced. You are a social. You have sociopathic tendencies. This is why you don't really have friends. This is why you don't really have friends. And this is why you take your sarcasm to a whole nother level. This is why you have that look in your eyes, that distant stare, like you can't look in the camera much. This is why. This is it. You're going to play victim to hell with everybody else. Never mind what they going through. You're not going to say, they're not going through anything. Basically what you're saying is they got to get over it. So listen, for those of you, if you catch this, you were scammed, you're not going to get your money back. Hi, Patty Murphy. She does not care. Okay? She doesn't care. She is giving me all types of sociopathic, narcissistic vibes right now. And she has enablers. There are people defending her. Oh, it's gonna mind you, because the only comments that she's leaving right now under her videos are the positive ones. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Oh, you look so beautiful. Oh, thank you for another video. Oh, your skin is amazing. Oh, I can't wait to go there. Oh, I've been there before. Oh, yeah. The hashtags up under her name, up under her videos, because I've put them. Surviving Mary Jane. Scamming. Please give these ladies their money back. What's so are you going to address? She's like, I ain't addressing nothing. Sit here, look at me and all of my gorgeousness. Continue to admire me. Continue to admire my life, because I'm still going to live it, and I am not going to care. And I suggest you grab a not care too. That is hard, and that is a harsh. But what we need to understand is that scammers don't care. Scammers don't, we see the people as humans. Scammers do not look at you as humans, especially if they are narcissistic, especially if they have sociopathic, narcissistic characteristics. They do not see you as a human being. You are nothing but a tool. You are a peasant. You are less than, okay? Hey, Silva, you're less than. You know. You as the ways narcissists and people that carry narcissistic traits, strong characteristics, and sociopathic tendencies, even if they're not that totally. They look at it like this. They used you before you used them. You were a tool. You were a pawn on the chessboard. Pawns don't have feelings. You're just a chessboard piece. Pieces don't have feelings. Pawns are not worthy. They do not have pawns. You throw pawns under the bus all day. You don't cry over a pawn. She's like, I am the queen bee. I am the queen of this board. It's my board. I am the board. I am the queen, the king on this board. Okay. I am the knight. I'm the bishop, and you are the pawn. I am everything on this board that has power, and you have no power. I'm all the way in Dubai, or I'm in Europe. What are you going to do? Oh, you going to tell on me? Okay. Okay. That's how, y'all, that's what she's giving. Okay. So you going to what? What? You're not the first people to say anything, and I'm still going to live my best life. Period. Period. Okay. You're going to unsubscribe. I'm going to block you. Okay. Oh, you want to leave a negative comment or you want to make a video? I'm going to block you too. I'm going to block you, and I'm going to keep it moving. Look at my Louis Vuitton scarf, my Louis Vuitton head wrap. Look at me and kiss my butt. So, so what lessons can we get from this? Hmm? One lesson, and there might be others, for you to get from this. I'm just going to name a couple. One thing is to not envy people's lives to the point to where you want to live their life. No, don't let your admiration turn into envy. Envy and jealousy, they both are kind of scary. They're both, gone too far out of balance. They're not good traits to have, not good actions to use, not good feelings to use. They will not serve to your benefit, none whatsoever. So don't have that kind of envy. Another thing, don't feel as if you know these people. You have not had one conversation. Do your research. Do your research. Get other people's opinions. Older than you, especially. Get older people's opinions about what you're thinking about doing, how you're thinking about spending your money or your time with someone or on someone that you've never met. Another thing, when it comes in this situation, I want to say when it comes to travel or any kind of service, you know what? Shop around. Though you might like this person or you might really want to do business with this person, shop around because you might be missing out on a deal from somebody else. Shop around. Sis, DC the Purple Diva, $2,500 for a travel package with no contract and no receipt. Cash app. Like, come on. No contract, no receipt. No. No. But shop around. These ladies could have gotten a lot, especially during this pandemic. Y'all, they could have gotten a whole lot more for their money going through a real travel agent or booking their own flights and planning their own events themselves. $2,500 today could have given them a week of a hotel stay, food, and events. Round trip. Do your research. We're not going to, it sucks. It does suck. This is your hard earned money or someone that if you borrowed it, it's someone else's hard earned money that you entrusted to someone else to do what they were going to do, to provide a service, to provide some fun, a getaway for you. Yes, DC. Yes, and again, the $4,000, that she said she paid for the yacht, the private yacht party. I cannot. I cannot. So remember, you don't know these people. Even celebrities. This is like groupies. So let's talk about groupies. Because groupies are form also these type of relationships that are parasocial. They feel like because they are a fan of a celebrity or an artist, a singer, something like that, that they really know this person. They buy their jerseys or whatever. They feel like, oh, they heard their story on the news or when they did a highlight or a feature of them. They feel connected. And then if they go somewhere and they run into them, and if they don't get an autograph, they all up in arms. Listen, celebrities don't owe you an autograph. They don't owe you an autograph. They don't owe you a photograph. They don't owe you anything. They don't. You are not in outside of their entertainment that they provide. You are not entitled to. to access to their life? You're not. But when you idolize people, these are the kind of things that happen. And groupies idolize people as well. So think of your way of connecting as a form of idolatry. And then understand that your idolatry is an unhealthy way of relating to this person or these individuals. So these are just a couple of lessons to get from this. I am so sorry that these young ladies lost their money. And they're going to have to charge to the game. I think that child DC, right? So I think that these young ladies, some of them might need therapy to get over this, just to even get over the anger, and to get over the disappointment, because it's not going to go away overnight. It doesn't matter how many videos are done on her or about her. It doesn't matter how many videos are done, about her travel packages or her scamming. It doesn't matter how many more victims come out. It doesn't matter. She's going to go out here and live her best life. If she was to happen to get locked up, she's going to be living her best life behind bars. She's going to be behind bars trying to figure out how she can manipulate her way in there. And she will, because scammers are great manipulators. Understand that. Scammers are great manipulators. They will manipulate even the system. They can do it. So she could be locked up and she going to still try her level best to live her best life behind bars. And it's still not going to bring their money back. It's still going to sting in their heart. And the only way really to begin to get over that sting is to, number one, charge it to the game, take the lesson from it, learn, commit to doing more research, you know, um, and plan to move forward. For me, if it was me, I would also be praying, because I would have to. Like, I would have to pray. I would have to pray to not try to get to New York where her family is, try to put my hands on her family. So, I'm going to need Jesus to be a fence. Lord, be a fence, be a gateway, be a fence. Lord, be a hole. Lord, be a barricade. Lord, be a blockage. Lord, be everything that I need you to be. Lord, be gloves. Lord, keep me to keep my hands. Lord, keep me to not catch flights. Lord, keep me. Lord, help me to get over. Because you're going to lose sleep. One lady already reported, how she was losing sleep over this. Mary Jane is not losing any sleep. She's not. It's an unfortunate thing, but she is not losing any sleep. So you're going to have to get your peace back. You're going to have to gather your sanity. You're going to have to put some barriers around your heart and around your trust now. And the thing too with that is you want to reassess your boundaries for yourself and others. And you want to also put up some protective measures, but not block your heart, not block your energy. Because what you don't want to do is become hardened behind this. She's hard enough. You don't want to become hard. You just want to get the lesson and be able to move forward with your life. Share your story with someone else that maybe could help someone else from making the same mistake. And know that you are not alone. You are not alone. When you see people trying to, whether it's intentional or unintentional, enabling people like Mary Jane, you know, um, They are on their own journey and they have formed their own unrealistic relationship with her and with scammers like her. I said I might mix up a few of the names. So, like Dr. Umar Johnson, Umar Johnson, in my opinion, is a scammer. He's been scamming people out of money for years behind this school that's just, it's not going to listen. I've been asking the Lord to grant me another 30 years if it's within his will. In my 30 years more, if the Lord grant me that, I doubt if I will see Umar Johnson's school open up. I really do. But guess what? To this day, people are still giving Umar Johnson money for that school. People will still come for your neck. If you say one negative word about Umar Johnson and this school, people will still come for your neck. Another situation, she's not really a scammer. She's not a scammer. Talking about Beyonce. Beyonce is not a scammer, but let's talk about like the Beehive, the Bayhive. You say one bad word about Bayhive, you disagree about one thing, and people act like they know Beyonce personally, and they will come for your head, your neck, your edges, your whole life. Just saying you don't like Beyonce, or you don't like something she did, or you don't like her song, or you just say one bad thing. Hey, Bronze Bird, you just say one bad thing, and the whole Bayhive gonna come for your life, not your edges. They're going to come for your whole life. So that to me is another example of parasocial relationships. It's one sided. Beyonce does not know them. Beyonce is not going to stand up and come, support them. She is not going to have their back the same way that they have hers. They're not. Beyonce going to be out here on stage living her best life. You have people here like we're on YouTube. You have people here on YouTube that will fight you tooth and nail behind their favorite YouTuber. Child, you say you mentioned you don't like their favorite YouTube person, and baby, they gonna do streams about you. They gonna call you a hater. They gonna say you jealous. Why you mad? You know, because once again, these are examples of parasocial relationships. It's one-sided. They don't even know their favorite YouTuber. YouTuber don't have nothing to do with them at all. Don't pay them not nary a mind, not nary a thought. So I'm going to, at the end of this stream, and once it's complete and loaded and all that stuff that it has to do, what I'm going to do, Shalom, Master Moshe, Shalom, my brother. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share some links to some other videos, the hashtag, y'all, that we're using to just keep the algorithm going and building to increase awareness about her is Surviving Mary Jane. Surviving Mary Jane. Okay, anyway, speaking of that, how about we use that to go out with? How about we do that? Because that seemed like that'd be good. I want to thank you all for coming through. I'm going to go back through the chat if I missed anyone. Let me see here. Go back through the chat. I'm gonna play another song too while I go back through the chat. Let's see. I'll probably do this. Thank you, Tom Malone, for coming through. Thank you, God Professor. Thank you, Sheezy here. Little Rock, of course, I appreciate you. Hello. I read that comment already. I don't know what I said. Oh, now I was laughing at the eyelashes. Okay, so that's Magnum. All right, hey Magnum. Oh, I knew. And reason I knew. So New said it was the female platinum. No, I don't know much about platinum though. Was she talking like him? Health weight. We see someone on YouTube who is pretty and going to be beautiful places and immediately trust them fast. Mama Max, they need to learn to only look to God and ancestors. Agreed. Chaos Rain, hey, that's the scammer. That's Mary Jane Bynum, the scammer. Yes, Chef, people are still going to support her. Period. Okay, God Professor being very sarcastic. We gotta protect Mary Jane. Yes, health weight and growth. She said her boldness is funny in a horrible way. Right. How can she sleep at night? Because she's a scammer. It's easy. Scammers do not lose sleep at all. Thank you, Little Rock. Little Rock said if I go to jail, he will bail me out. He got money for my books. No, just come get me out. Don't even stay there, Little Rock. Come get me out. Okay, I am caught up on the comments. Oh, DC the Purple Diva said, and she ain't said nothing. She basically telling everyone to kiss her butt. And I agree, yes. She gave her entire Photoshop butt to kiss. DC said, I'm a believer in the Most High, as I am, and I hate people playing in his face with saying they are Christians. Facts. Jack Spade said, is she one of those typical YouTube jet takes tons of footage and tons of lands but ain't got a job? Yep, that's her, Jack. Right. She had the audacity to promote the bag still. Okay. Hey, information man. Thank you for coming through. Hey, Rain, water sniper. What's up, Rudin? So, guys, that is a wrap. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up from here. I am done. Done. talking about Mary Jane for now. I don't want to continue to talk about her. I don't want to be distracted, but I am going to go around. Can y'all hear me? Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so I'm all caught up on the comments, y'all. I don't want to continue to talk about Mary Jane. I don't want to be distracted. I definitely though wanted to I had to go ahead and chime in. I really wanted to go ahead and chime in and hit the algorithm as well so we can keep it going, right? Um, but she's not about to be my content. I'm going to go to other videos and hashtag surviving Mary Jane and just try to increase the awareness for others so that others, not as many people, will continue to get scammed by her. So I'm grateful for everyone coming through. If by any chance someone wants to come up and talk about the subject as well. I don't know if you have time, DC. If you want to come up and talk about it, you can. I don't mind dropping the link, but if not, I have said all I have to say personally, and I'm ready to call it a wrap. So here's what I will do. I will play one or two more songs, right? And see if anybody wants to hit the link and come up and talk about the topic at hand, Miss Mary Jane, or any other scammers, something related to the subject or not. And if not, once again, I'm going to wrap it up. So, two more songs. I'm going to be quiet. Go give me some more tea. Boom. It's going to be that. Okay, DC.
Caught up in my feelings. There's something I smile. Something in your smile. It makes me wanna come over. Can I come over? I wanna come over. Thinking about your ocean. Swimming pool is closing. I'm in the deep end. Waves are washing over. No, I'm not sober. Can I come closer? I wanna come over. When you leave like that, like that. When I think about that, I become right back home. I know you wanted some closure. You said you wanna move forward. I know we're not done. I'm thinking about our moments. I know I'm not sober. Can I come close? I wanna come over. When you leave like that, you never took me like that. When I think about that, I be coming right back home. You don't do me like that, no. You never said, you baby fella, just give me that. I'm coming over. You never said me like that. You baby fella, do me like that. Just give me that. Think about that. I be coming right back home. You never said, you baby fella, do me like that, no. Just give me that. it right now. Tell me what you anyway to. Give it to me like you want it. Did you forget that go? My feelings are covered with silence. Wish you maybe you okay. Maybe wasn't leaving you. Maybe was that my mistake? Coloring feeling. Going through changes. So bad right now. Can't even think straight. So I'll just get it. Knowing you were leaving before we go away. I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just leave it. Hold me from the line. And maybe I'll wait. We can rewind, tell me what choice I have now. I just wanna get it right with you. But if we try to talk about it, our history says we'll just forget. And I know you're gonna act up too. And I know it's a difference between me and you, babe. Watching from a distance, right? It's feeling. Going through changes, so ever young that my voice explains. So I'ma tell you, I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just leave it as it is. Oh, we cross the line, and we reach a point we can't rewind. Maybe I need some space, need somewhere else to go, to release, to relax, to let my emotions flow. But for now, knowing you were waiting for me.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.